Hey guys, we're going to learn how to play Junk by Paul McCartney today as a piano solo. Let's take a listen. And so forth. Hello everyone, I'm Shawn of webpianoteacher.com, where we gather together to learn, play, and share the music that we love, creating a culture of encouragement for all you people out there who are learning to play piano online. Guys, this is our part one video we're going to do here. I consider it maybe a late beginner level lesson, so if you're a beginner but kind of reaching intermediate, this would be a perfect lesson for you. If you are a member of webpianoteacher.com, you can download the sheet. Okay, so do that if you're a member, and then you can have a printout or even put it on a big screen like this and zoom in or zoom out according to your needs. Well, let's get started with the lesson. All right, so we have some sharps, and that's the key we're in. And man, somebody please tell me, how does Paul McCartney do this? Something so simple, but it sounds so awesome. It's like he just rolls out of bed in the morning and play something really simple, but it's genius. If you've ever tried to write something, you know what I'm talking about. But here's yet another gem that I never really knew this song until now. So it's been fun doing it as a request. But we have sharps, as you can see. If you're not used to playing in sharps, all you have to do to get used to playing in sharps is play in sharps. Pick something that's fairly easy and get used to playing in sharps. And this is a great one to do that with, okay? So we're not reading music notation. We have the letters on the whiteboard because there's other ways to learn for people who struggle with reading music. And one of those ways is my whiteboard method, which has worked for millions over the past 12 years. So give it a try if you never have. All right, let's jump into the board here. We have C sharp, F sharp, A on the right hand. Now this does have a vocal line with it. This will go right along if you want to sing along with this. In fact, it's called Sing Along, Junk Paul McCartney. If you want to sing along with it, it'll work for that. If you want to do it as a piano solo, it definitely works for that. Okay, so I'm kind of combining the guitar, the bass, and the piano part that's in this to make a pleasing arrangement that sounds like the original. C sharp, F sharp, A on the right, left hand on an F sharp. A sharp just means you go to the key to the right, whether it's black or white. So if this is a C note, this will be C sharp. And this is F sharp, okay, little hashtag mark or the sharp sign. Okay, here's F, so F sharp is this one, the next key to the right, and then A is right there. Okay, so C sharp, F sharp, A. When your thumb is on a black key, you kind of have to scoot up a little bit into the keys like that, so don't be afraid to get your fingers in between black keys. The left hand is just going to be on an F sharp. You could do an octave, but I think the arrangement is served better by just keeping a single note. We're just going to vamp for 3 counts. 1, 2, 3. If you don't know how to vamp or improvise a chord rhythm on a chord, you can just play 3 times. You go 1, 2, 3, and that'll work. All right, that'll work to start with. But if you can do this, I'm playing the drums on the piano. And I'm playing the first one stronger than the others, because that's how the guitar strums. Down, up, down on piano. Very good. All right, got that down? Now we're going to go to the next chord. Man, what chord is that? This was F sharp minor. This next chord is a C sharp 7. I won't get into that right now, but in case you want to know what the chord is and you're a chord junkie, that's what it is. It's a C sharp 7 chord. F natural on the bottom, okay? B, C sharp, F, and G sharp on the right. 1, 2, 3, 5 for my fingers. Then I'm going to go bum, 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 A, G sharp with my pinky, pinky, bum. Sometimes it's okay to go pinky, pinky on stuff, and there's a case where it's okay. Now, that's also 3 counts. This is in 3/4. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, like a waltz. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3. Da 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 da. 1, 2, 3. Okay? And notice I keep that chord going. If you're a very beginner, you can do this. And that's all you need to do. But if you're a little more advanced, now the next measure, la 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 la. Okay, so I'm going to have A, C sharp, F sharp in the right hand. I'm going to use 1, 2, 4 that so that I have my 5th finger for the G sharp. Oh, by the way, I didn't mention all the lessons for this are on my website, webpianoteacher.com. Most of you know that already. And you may not know that you can watch all the thousands of free part 1s right on my website without watching YouTube ads or being hounded by pop-ups that happen on YouTube. So you can just freely watch and search by genre, artist, all kinds of different search ways to look for your song on the website. So A, C sharp, F sharp, G sharp, then back to the same chord. Da, da, da. Just practice that. You kind of got to flop your hand back and forth. I kind of flop it to the right when I go to my pinky and then back to the left. Just kind of a flop. And then A on your 5th finger. Because if you don't flop, you get tense and you can't do it very easily. Loosen up. So when we think something's hard, you know, guys, this really applies to anything that you're doing. When you think something is hard, the tendency is to tighten up and to do this. And your shoulders get tense. Actually, your arm muscles will get tense. And you'll raise your shoulders. Okay? You ever played piano for a long time and you go, oh man, my shoulders, my back. Well, you're tensing up. You don't even realize it. When we get nervous about something, we tense up. And that actually makes it harder to do the thing we're trying to do. Give an example. When singers try to sing high, they really have to loosen up everything so that they can support, you know, in their core and get that note up high. But what tends to happen if somebody's afraid of hitting the high note is they tense up and it makes it even harder to hit that high note. So it kind of goes against the grain, but you have to learn to loosen up when you feel like something's going to be difficult technically on the piano. Loosen up and you'll find it just kind of will happen naturally if you'll do the right things. Okay, so a little bit of a flop. Dun, dun, dun. Don't do this where you're tensing up your hand and have that tension. Loosen up. See? I can't do that unless I'm just... So take your hand and just shake it like that and then play. Shake it again. The shaking makes you loosen back up after you tense up because it's such a habit. You have a habit of getting tense. Shake your hand. Go back. And then A with the 5th finger. So, dun, 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 dun. And I'm just putting a little E in between. That's how a lot of what vamping is you just put the left hand in the gaps wherever there's a gap. Kind of feel a gap there, so I'm going to play my left hand again. Okay, we got one more measure, but before we do that, we're going to tie together what we're doing here. Remember I said learn, play, share at the beginning? Well, you're in the learn stage right now. You're in the classroom. You're getting instruction, and your brain is working hard, and you're trying to learn new information. After you do that, you'll get to the play part, where you just play what you learn, and it's easy because you practice it so much, and you spent so much time in the classroom with learning, and now you can play because you kind of got it memorized, and it's a lot easier. All right, and then the share part is where we share it with everyone else. We maybe make a video and then post it for our friends to see. That's how you share it. Or just play for another human being, however you can do that. Okay, so we're going to tie these 3 measures together. Okay, now yours may sound like this. You may go, and then you wait, and then 2 minutes later you're ready for the next chord. And then 2 minutes later, and that's fine. Those are called pauses. You have pauses in there. We'll get those pauses out the more reps that you have, the more good reps. Have a good rep. Okay, we got one more measure to add on there. It'll be a while before yours sounds like that. That's all right. I'll be here when you're ready to move on. That's why you got a pause button, a space bar. You can pause that video until you're ready to move on. We have a D major 7 chord here, A, C sharp, F sharp. Hear that? A major 7 chords always sound jazzy, right? A, C sharp, F sharp, left hand on a D. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. See that? So 3 counts on that. If you're a beginner, you can just go 1, 2, 3. You're a little more advanced. Okay? All right, let's Start right here. Let's tie it all together. 4 measures. 1 and 2. Oh no, I'm counting in the wrong time signature. We're in 3/4. 1. Ready, go. 1. All right, guys. I hope you enjoyed that part 1 lesson. I hope you learned something, not just this song, but maybe you learned how to practice. Maybe you were encouraged a little bit that realizing everyone else has trouble doing these things too. You're not the only one. You're not by yourself. Everyone else goes through the same thing, even me, okay? So you're not alone, and together we can get better, right? That's the idea. So I'll see you on webpianoteacher.com. Even if you don't have any money, you can go over there and watch some free part 1s and have a lot of fun. Talk to you later.